What's up everybody, Arrg the Pirate here, and today I got asked to make a beginner's guide and deck build for Gadget. Every card in this deck except the two adamant edges are single cards, so hopefully most of y'all have these. Now every caster should start with the Archmagnus Prime card, followed up by a health potion and a healer token. Throw in a mana potion for good measure. Now let's get into the real cards of this deck. Now as a mid laner, you should always get your ward as quickly as possible in PvP matches. This should be followed by a 6-point Adamant Edge, and then I also have a 6-point Soulless Reactor. Now I put 1 point in health for both the Adamant Edge and the Sage's Ward. This really helps just keep you alive a little bit longer. Now for your mid-game cards, go with a 10-point Adamant Edge and a 10-point Burst Engine. All power. This will give you a little more health, a little more mana regen, and really be able to do a lot. This is then followed up by a 10-point Staff of the Adamant. Then fill out the rest of your deck with ability pin cards like Crystal Conduit and the Magna Lens. Now I have the Magna Lens at a 10-point card and the Crystal Conduit at an 11-point card. This totals 30 points in ability penetration and really tears through heroes that have this added ability armor. Now, if you have a Hydroverser, this is one of the best caster cards, and it should definitely be picked up. I would recommend getting rid of Staff of the Adamant because 30 mana is just really not worth it. Go ahead and throw 2 health in this card and make it a 10-point card. If you have Hydroverser in your deck, this card really should be prioritized at around level 8. It really comes alive because you start getting that big mana pool and you're able to really put out some damage. Now Teleblink is the only other card that I would say if you have it, you need it in your deck. It provides a great escape or distance closer for Gadget, and it's fairly cheap with a little bit of mana regen. Now I would not put any extra cards into Teleblink. You get the benefit from Teleblink without unlocking the bonus like most cards take with 3 points. So just go ahead and throw it into your deck as a 5-point card. Maybe go into your Sage's Ward and upgrade it to a 12-point card, as well as, you know, kind of your other in-game cards. Go ahead and upgrade the damage in them so you can take advantage of having a full 60 points in this deck. Now I did not include a dummy ward in this deck, and that's really more of an advanced tactic, and if you're not really playing at that level, you know, you should always be aware, hey, I should maybe try using these dummy wards. They're, you know, you only waste 1 point on them, so instead of like the mana potion, you could throw in a dummy ward. I just didn't do that because it's kind of a risk-reward kind of thing, and if you're not used to really paying attention to the map and knowing your map awareness, you're going to struggle with, you know, placing dummy wards. Now, you always want to start out with a healing token and a mana potion. Now, I tried to play a few games to get some real footage of Gadget playing PvP. I just kept running into issues, so I'm going to come in and just kind of demonstrate this, and then I'll get the more PvP Gadget side of things and kind of a more advanced guide about her a little later on. But right now, there's a few key points you need to know about Gadget. She drinks mana, especially at these early levels. And it's very important not to just spam abilities. Unlike Gideon, she's capable of just throwing ability after ability. Gideon really only has his rock and has to target with his slow, so Gadget does have a big advantage in bursting damage, but at the same time, you have to be very aware of her mana pool. Now, as a caster, I like standing up on these little pedestals, especially at this very early stage of the match where I can still farm, I'm safe. I might take a little poke damage from the other caster, but that's okay as long as I'm able to get my farm and really not have to worry about the jungler coming in. There are a few junglers like Chimera that can jump up there and really, do some damage to you. But if you are up there, the enemy mid laner is going to have to run around if Chimera does come in for a gank. Now, one thing that's great about Gadget is her bomb does stick on a hero, so you can actually attach it and then run away. This is really good to know. It's not always best to chase kills and things like that, so Gadget really frees you up to just hit somebody with a bomb and then run away. Now, there's Seraph. She almost died. I actually thought I was going to get her, so I just kind of let her run. Hey, I'm not too worried about that. She ended up getting out, but, hey, it's no big deal. Now, you can use Gadget's ultimate just as a strictly zoning, clearing up a wave tool. Like I did here, I was able to save this tower and get Iggy out while, doing a substantial amount of damage to the minions. I'm very low on mana and fairly low on health, so I do need to back, but using that as a tool to clear out minion waves is also a decent option when you have Gadget. As a zoner, Gadget's not always meant to, hey, this ultimate's for damage on the enemy. It's also meant to zone out enemies, either keep them away from an area or something along those lines. Now, one great card to use with Gadget is Ash of the Witch. I did not include that in this deck guide or video because I tend to not see a whole lot of people with that, especially early on in the game. But if you do have Ash of the Witch, it's a very good card to throw on Gadget. Now, Gadget does not have the best escape. Her gate speeds her up as well as any ally that runs through it. This includes minions, but it is very important to know that you don't have a true escape. So getting that teleblink online quickly is key. So what I would recommend is getting your 6-point ward on, a Hydroverser, a 6-point adamant edge, and then get your blink. So your 4th complete card needs to be that blink. That way you have it for the mid game. Now, the last thing I wanted to show before this video wraps up is just how much mana Gadget uses. Now, I head down here, I get full on mana, and I'm just gonna spam abilities just to show you really how fast you can go through her mana. And really, once Gadget runs out of mana, she's, kind of useless. She really needs to have a decent sized mana pool. So conserving your abilities for enemies and, not just wasting them on enemy minion waves is really key. So if you see in 3 abilities, I'm at half mana already. I hit him with another sticky bomb and do another seek and destroy, and I'm almost out of mana. I then throw out another sticky bomb and I'm completely out of mana. This is not the best idea. You definitely want to save mana with Gadget. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this real quick look at Gadget. I really hope this video helped. IBN Galaxy, this one was for you, bud. If I need to clear anything up, let me know and I'll be sure to get back with you. Well, as always, if you enjoyed, show me some love, leave me a comment, and I'll see all y'all in the next video.